In this DIY, we're going to show you how to make a box Edison lamp. Really cool, funky feature for your home. You can hang it upside down, place it on your desk, something for you to be proud of. And it's got that old age Edison look bulb. These are really cool. They look like they suck a lot of energy, but they're only running on 4 watts. That's right, 4 watts. It's LED technology. Really cool, really funky, and low energy. Let's get started with this DIY. The materials that I'm using is some 22 by 69 plain round pine timber, a lamp socket stand, a 4 watt LED filament bulb, some brass screws and some wood screws, some cable ties, some cable, plug and a switch, some wood glue, wood filler, and some wood stain. The tools that I'll be using: a cordless drill, a miter box and saw or a miter saw, some screwdrivers, a scraper, a corner clamp, a tape measure, and a sander. So let's have a look as to what I'm going to do for this DIY. It's very simple. We're starting off by making a box frame here. I'm going to make use of the miter saw to cut my pieces at a 45-degree angle. Once that's done, we're going to use the corner clamp. The corner clamp is going to hold those 2 pieces into position whilst I use the screw pilot to screw some pilot holes and then screw it together. Once we've filled those holes with some wood filler, we're going to sand that all down and apply some wood stain to the surface. Before we've assembled it, we also will drill the holes and the clearance at the back for the cable to go through and out into the lamp fitting. Once the stain has dried, we will feed the wire all the way through the back and up towards the globe. Wire it in, screw it down, and we're away. Time to enjoy our new desk lamp. The first thing we're going to do for this DIY is make this box section. Now I've chosen a 220 for the top outer perimeter, 220 mils, and I'm going to make use of the miter saw to cut them at 45 degrees. Okay, my 4 pieces are cut for the box section. I'm now going to start drilling the hole in the base all the way through to the center and also mark up the positions of where the lamp holder is going to go. So let's measure the center. Right, I've marked all the positions I need to drill. I'm going to drill all the way through towards the center. I'm going to go down halfway down with a bigger drill bit, and that's going to allow my cable to come all the way through and enough space to bend it up and out. And I'm just going to put a couple of pilot holes for these screws for the lamp. Now you'll see I'm making use of wood bits. Wood bits have a sharp spike in the center. Now that helps keep the drill bit center, especially as you're drilling through different grains. It prevents that drill bit from wandering around. Now we need to drill through to the center. So just to line that up into position, and I like to put some tape on there to act as an indicator so I know when to stop and I don't drill too far or too shallow. I've used a 6mm wood bit for that. That's more than enough clearance for my cable. I don't want to make it too big because then the cable is going to be loose. A couple of pilot holes for the lamp. The next bit on the top, I'm going to use a 10mm wood bit. I need slightly larger so that I can get that cable around that corner. Again, I don't want to go in through too deep. I know my material is 22mm, so I need to go to a depth of around about 10mm. There we go, it's lined up perfectly with my hole that's come through from the bottom, and I can see it there so I can get my cable all the way through and out into the lamp. That's my base section complete. I now need to attach my sides. Now this is where I'm going to make use of the corner clamp. I'm going to pop some wood glue in between the mating surface, use the corner clamp to close that 45-degree cut section down tight, and then I'm going to use the speed pilot, drill all the way through and screw it together. Right, with that into position, we're going to make use of our speed pilot, and that's going to drill my pilot hole and countersink as well. That way it's actually 2 jobs in one. Right, my box section is complete. All I need to do now is start filling the screw holes and check out where there's any misalignment. Put some wood filler in there as well. Once that's dry, you can sand that down smooth and you'll have a perfect flush finish. My box frame is complete. I've sanded it all down. I've filled in all the gaps, and it's looking pretty good. I now need to make it look pretty. I'm going to make use of some wood stain and stain this up. I think I'm going to go with the dark walnut stain. Remember, this stuff is fantastic at staining your materials as well as your hands. So please make use of protective gloves just to try and keep that stain off you and your body as much as possible. What I really love about wood stain is taking a standard piece of boring old pine and actually putting some life into it with some stain and changing it to something completely different. Once your stain is dry, feed your cable through and pop out the center. Then you can fix your lamp. At this time, it's a good opportunity to make use of a cable tie to act as a stopper to prevent the cable from pulling out of the globe. The lamp's going into place, and now use the brass screws to fasten that lamp base down. We've chosen the brass screws as it matches up with the lamp holder. Pull your cable through to give you a bit more slack, and then you can fasten it into your terminal connections. There you have it, the DIY is complete. I've chosen this Edison globe. There are all different shapes and sizes that you can choose from. It's 4 watts, it doesn't use hardly any electricity. Let's pop it in and the moment of truth. Ha! It works, fortunately. A doable DIY that anybody can do. From this DIY guide to you, most important thing, be amazing, love the DIY, and enjoy the therapy. If you enjoyed this DIY, like it, share it, and leave us a comment. You can also subscribe to our Builders Fan YouTube channel where there's a range of DIYs just like this, as well as product reviews for you to check out.